Hey, great Friday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, Texas. And
And
according to Frankie, uh, who, who's the expert in weather segments now, it's going to be a hot weekend. And he made mention of that this morning. And and look, and we're like, it's the weekend. It's supposed to be hot.
mm,
I mean, I'd rather it be hot in the weekend than it be hot during the week.
yes.
One thing that I did notice this morning was that traffic I was gonna say traffic is a lot better. I mean, there's still accidents, but
Okay.
there wasn't as many cars out on the road, and that's kind of cool. Being that I think school's already out, that's wonderful.
Yeah. And no rushing. You don't have to rush to go to work today. You don't have to worry about any school zones. It's great. You can just speed through school zones now, right?
Did you see the? I don't know if you saw the post that I put up this morning in regards to that accident that happened on Frontage Road.
The one with they looked like a GMS truck or something. Is that the one?
It's a good riddance truck, one of those
Yeah,
trash.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, trash truck. Can you imagine me? Like, can you imagine me hitting that? So as a germaphobe, freaked out. Like, oh my god, you just shoot me then. Having all that trash on you.
Well, yeah, you because you're a germaphobe.
Yeah, no, that's my point. Could you imagine me? That's one of my worst nightmares, probably. Oh my god, I hit a trash truck.
And one of the bigger ones too. My, my I mean,
Are you talking about sex again? Is that what you're doing when you
no,
said?
that too. But let me say that I but let me tell you, sex with a little bit of stuff on you is not such a bad thing. But what I was saying is that I've seen that video a couple of times, and I saw some pictures that
Mm.
friends sent. Actually, one of my nieces sent in. Uh, I still don't understand how that actually happened. I mean, did you see it?
No, I didn't see the video. I didn't see the video. I just saw it on my thing as a picture. Just a picture enough was enough for me to be traumatized.
Well, I don't. I still don't understand how it happened unless there's three lanes on that frontage road. Unless,
Hmm.
guys, the red car was on the middle lane, and the good riddance truck was on the left lane, and the good riddance truck didn't see the car and then moved on into that car's lane, pushing it into that storage place entrance thing.
That
It
seems right.
it
Well,
doesn't make sense.
do you find that people don't understand the concept of going from, like, when they do the turning lane, you're supposed to, like, turn into the earliest lane. You're supposed to stay in your lane and turn. And for some reason, sometimes you get people that are on this lane, or well, for you all to be on, yeah, on this lane, and instead of just like staying in their lane, they go into the first one, almost causing an accident, which is ridiculous. No, I'm drinking Barge root beer today. That's what I'm drinking right now.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm the healthy one here.
I'm not. Mm.
Didn't you just love Dan's interview yesterday, Roman?
Oh, the 25-minute one, that because he had to get away because he had a, like, seriously, who has another event at 9:30 that he had to, or 9:25 whenever he left?
I do. I
Hmm.
I always have like two or three. Actually, yesterday was a kind of trippy day for me. I don't know if you, I don't know if you've seen my pictures, but I actually had to go to a birthday party at 6 o'clock. I had to rush off to worship for 7:30, and
On a Thursday?
I missed. Yeah, it's a new. We implemented a new service day, and then rushed off, and I missed the baby shower from my friends who I married here in Brownsville, and they invited me to the baby shower, and I apologized. I couldn't make it. It was one thing after another thing after another thing, and then after church service, at the church service, they had this little Bible, like a Bible bowl, like
Hmm.
questions and answers in regards to what we had studied, and of course, you're not going to beat me at a Bible bowl. So so I won some chocolates and stuff. And then I took some pictures, and then I rushed over here to the office. But a lot of times, I think a lot of folks have one thing after another thing after another thing after another thing, and you
Oh
drove
yeah.
a couple of times for office.
Well, I know.
You
I,
kept yourself busy.
oh yeah, you got to keep yourself busy. That's why it's like you can't do an hour, podcast show sometimes because of that. you know.
unless you're a
But,
commissioner.
mm, maybe. I just, Dan looked good in his blue suit.
You look
Looked
damn good.
good. Looked
You know,
good. I mean,
it's kind of trippy because I actually thought that he had lost more weight, but no, he's still chunky. But
chunky's a
no,
mild way to say that, right?
but he's always been
Oh
chunky.
yeah.
Let me say, guys, I'm not fat shaming him like Roman tends to do, but
I fast shame myself. Okay,
that's what
so
I'm saying.
I
Uh,
I, I mean,
that's what I'm saying again. Let me tell you, there's a lot of people out there that should not lose weight. I mean, for health wise, maybe, but they look really good as they're chunky. It's just you're so used to them looking chunky. Some people should not lose weight unless it's a health thing. If
mm,
it's not a health matter, if you're doing a okay, yeah, stay chunky because let me tell you, he looks good.
more
As
pushing for the cushion, they say, right?
maybe
I
as
don't
the
know. Um,
not I'm not
I'm
into
just saying. I mean, you're like, don't lose weight because there's some people that look good, big, and some people that don't look
Oh,
good
but
big.
he looks good. I mean, he's a very, very handsome man. Not even joking.
Mm,
Dan Sanchez is a very, very handsome man. But I think if he would lose weight, I think he would lose some of that handsomeness.
are you telling me, there's a big drama over Rebel Wilson, the girl that lost, like, was a big girl, and then she lost all this weight, and people are just like, oh my god, they're losing their poop over the fact that she lost all this weight. Is that what you're going with? Because she doesn't. I'm not. She looks okay, big. She didn't look as good smaller.
I don't know who Robert Wilson is.
Oh, you don't? She's this Australian comedian, actress or something. She has a movie on Netflix. I know you like to watch Netflix, called Senior Year. She also did
I don't like chick flicks.
what? It's okay. She did what's that? Pitch Perfect. She was on Pitch Perfect.
Oh, that
That chick,
girl.
the big girl on Pitch Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's another one. She looked good,
Yeah,
chunky.
I know. Yeah,
She
yeah.
looked. I haven't seen her.
Well, now you're gonna see the movie now since you don't watch chick flicks. Go
I
watch.
might.
I haven't seen Senior Year yet. Yeah, it's an interesting concept. She's a big cheerleader person, goes in a coma. Not big. No, she
Oh,
goes in a
and
coma and come
goes
back
back
20 years and has to go
25
back to
years
school.
later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That one.
Actually, I started to watch it, but I thought it was boring.
Well, that's the chick. You didn't recognize her because she lost
I
all that weight.
did not recognize her, but did not recognize her, and but she looked a lot better when she was chunky. There's a lot,
Mm-hmm.
lot of people that look really good when they're chunky, and let me tell you, Dan's a handsome man. Dan's a handsome man, as fair.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, but again, I don't think that I think I would freak out. It's like I don't. Do you remember Mr. Vestedo,
Yes.
Raul Vestedo? Raul
Mm-hmm.
Vestedo looked good, chunky. That guy was fat, but he looked good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he lost all this weight. Am I right, guys? He lost the weight towards
I
the
believe he
end,
did. Yes, I believe he did.
and he looked horrible.
Mm.
I've seen, it was kind of funny, but a long time ago there was the diet center on Central Boulevard, and at the diet center there was some individuals out there
There you go.
that were out there encouraging her, like, "Oh, lose weight, and look at the picture of me when I was fat, and now look at me now." And I'm going like, "You should have stayed fat," you
I
know?
don't know. Yeah, I agree. I don't disagree with you. There's some people that look better fat.
Yeah.
I'll
Me,
tell you that.
let me tell you, I'm like an anomaly out there for many reasons, but I'm an anomaly out there because I mean I was handsome when I was fat, but I'm
I don't know. I think you look
more.
better. No, I don't think you look. No,
I was
no,
handsome.
no,
I was like,
man.
I was cachetoncito cute. Now I'm like
I
dreadful.
don't.
I'm gorgeous.
Actually, I think you were more like a cube look when you were fat,
That was
bro.
horrible.
I didn't like that. I didn't. I
No,
didn't
no.
think you looked good.
Let me tell you,
I'm talking about your face. I'm talking about your body. I'm talking about your face,
my
bro.
face was cute. My body was crazy
No, your
bad.
face. Your face. I didn't know how to tell you.
My
You know
face
how to
was
tell you.
cute.
No, it wasn't. It's better now, dude. You had a little the gray, the
No, no,
beard, everything looks better
no, no,
now.
no. Now
I'll
it's a.
be honest with you, you look better now than you did definitely before.
Are you hitting on me again?
No, I'm not fucking hitting on you. I'm just telling you, you're not much better now with the beard
No,
and
I
then
just want to clear that up
whatever.
right now.
And also, you've had some work done on your thing that also helps, right?
Oh, yeah,
Unlike unlike me, I can't grow a freaking beard, cover this crap up. You can though.
oh, let me tell you, and you can't even tell that I've got this little like vagina here, because of the folds. But I
Mm.
don't like it. I do not like it. I do not like it at all. and I
Mm.
plan to get rid of it as soon as I
No.
have an opportunity. I just haven't had the opportunity,
You mean
and
your
I'm
dentist
probably
can't
not.
do it for you?
Huh?
Your dentist can't do it for you?
No, he doesn't do that type of work.
Mm.
He does a lot of pulling and
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I mean, you thought you again. That's sex talk. Don't want to hear it.
no, no. I'm talking about my teeth. Actually,
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to be in Monterrey with my dentist on Tuesday.
Mm,
Este, he's done an amazing job on me. Let me tell you, and I'm going to be on there on Tuesday. So right after the show in the morning, I'm planning to hit the road, go to Monterrey, because I want to finish whitening up my teeth.
mm,
Because he's done an amazing job on my teeth, a really, really amazing job. I've seen videos of and pictures of me before the whitening, the teeth whitening, and
mm,
it's a big difference. You could tell the yellowish in it. Now it's just white, but I want them a little bit more white. I want them to
mm.
really, really stand out, like if I was like in the movies or something.
Okay.
That's what before you looked like a buffalo, but now you look like a petite buffalo. That's, let me tell you, I've seen some of the pictures out there, man. I'm going like, what the hell did I do to myself, man? It was
Mhm.
crazy, crazy, crazy.
Bad.
And again, and look, if a lot of folk out there they feel comfortable being fat, more power to you guys. It's a personal
Mhm,
choice. But if you're concerned about your health, and this is the only reason that I decided to lose weight, because at that point, I was chunky as crap. I was fat as crap, but I
mm,
didn't feel like sad or awitao or whatever. I just hated the fact that I couldn't get on planes, without having to get one of those extension belts. I hated that I couldn't get on any of those rides at Fiesta Texas or any other park out there. You limit yourself of a lot of things that you can do when you're chunkier. But the day that I was diagnosed as being borderline diabetic, that's when I knew. I said, "That's it. I'm done."
Um, did you scare people when you would get on an elevator? Did you see people actually like count? Okay, me, you, because you have to be only certain amount of weight in an elevator. Did you scare people when you were that at your biggest?
I don't think so. I don't think I did a much. One of the things about here in the city of Brownsville is that we don't really have.
Well, that's true. No, but I mean, I'm being half jokingly, but half serious because I can only damn like I don't want to. You know what? It's you can go in. I'll stay here, whatever.
I think one of the
Because
I
you know.
think no, I don't think so that much. I think one of the things that a lot of people I think the only building here in the city of Brownsville that really requires an elevator is the one, the Sol building
Mm.
downtown. That our only skyscraper. Uh, But and let me tell you guys, to the city
Well,
of
the
Brownsville.
hospital has an elevator. You
Well,
know,
who?
the elevator at the hospital, Valley
Oh
Baptist,
yeah, no,
they
no,
have
yeah,
one.
they have
I
elevators
think
also.
even the 2 floor IBC has one.
Oh yeah, also the banks and the courthouse
Yeah,
here they
yeah.
have some. I'm
I know. No.
being
So I mean, since you
trying to
were,
be facetious.
I know.
But what I'm wanting to get at is the elevators here that sold to the city of Brownsville. Guys,
Mm,
get those things fixed. They've
mm,
been down for 2 weeks. They're still down. And the Sol building is a 14-story building that has a lot of our elderly and a lot of our disabled individuals out there. Please, someone go out there and make sure that elevator gets fixed.
mm.
Uh, it's a hazard for a lot of our folks out there that can't get back up into their homes.
Yeah.
Someone needs to take.
And what if somebody's disabled? I mean, that's why you have one of the reasons why you have it disabled it to be accessible to people in a wheelchair don't need the help, and you don't have the elevator.
Yeah.
Not good.
Let me tell you one of the other things that I struggled with when I was so overweight. It was not as easy when you went to the restroom to clean your butt.
Mm-hmm.
Not easy, guys, when you're that overweight. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let me tell you, I'd come up with different ways to make sure that all that crap was off. A lot of times, I'd have to decide just to after taking a crap, just go take a shower. Because it's a really really bad situation. So,
Mm-hmm.
but again, and maybe that's one of the reasons why people don't want to get into elevators. With like, oh my god, this guy smells like
Yeah.
crap. But no, it's an issue. And actually, when I start writing my book, it's one of the chapters that I'm going to include in it. It's not easy, guys.
Mhm.
I
And
to
you get
rest.
then you get like rash inside your between your legs and things like that. I can only imagine.
Well,
Did you ever get it? Because the constant rubbing and walking and stuff, and it, like all that chunkiness and the
well,
sweat in there, and
part
the
of the thing
blackheads
is
you probably get there or
you
something.
don't do much walking when you're that big. You know, you don't. And let
Mm,
me tell you, if I would go from here to my parents' office, and you
mm,
know where my office is at, if I
yeah.
would go to here to my parents' office, I'd already be huffing and puffing. It'd just be horrible.
Mm,
It would be really, really bad, really, really horrible. But again, with all that said, is that I decided to go and do uh, to start losing weight because of being diagnosed borderline diabetic.
mm,
And let me tell you, have a lot of friends. I asked for a dialysis machine because I don't know much about it. My sister works with dialysis, but we have friends that are suffering. They're losing their sight, they're losing their limbs, uh, renal failure, guys, all because of diabetes. And it's a horrible, horrible disease. And it's one that I think is one of the most avoidable out there because once you start getting the signs, or if you uh, have it in your family, it's predominant. You need to take care of yourself and you need to lose that weight. So what happened is when I mean I was diagnosed borderline diabetic because my numbers went up to 140, Roman. And I don't know if you're familiar with the diabetic count, but they were at 140, and the doctor said you're borderline diabetic, and I said snap. And it's trippy because I've shared this before, and I think I've shared this with you, and that's when Judge Casco sent me an inbox message, and said, "Hey, yes, I saw because for some reason he was on my personal page." Which and I remember why he was on my personal page because I had been very vocal in regards. I don't know if you remember, Roman, when they were trying to screw him over with those 50 votes. So I was very, very vocal. I think Laura Mignel were very, very vocal in regards to we want to protect our vote. And so what happens is I think that's where he and I had crossed paths, and all of a sudden I get this big old message out there from Judge Cascos, and yeah, he was the judge, and says, "Hey, don't let it beat you. Échale ganas. Find people to talk to. If you want someone to talk to, you can talk to me." And I wasn't anyone. I wasn't the famous Erasmo Castro that I am now. I was just a regular Joe Blow, sort of. Yeah, but didn't have a page, didn't have anything. It was just a very, very nice of him to reach out, and that's just the type of individual that he is. That's why I've always said it is that I will always, always is to support Judge Cascos because he's very, very human.
You didn't have the page in 2010. I thought you did. You start at the end of 2010
I don't think
because
so.
I it was
I
in
just remember
2011 when I when I was running. We did the got cheese man all that stuff. But I thought you had the page by the end of 2010. But is what it is.
is
But
Mayra
anyway,
Flores starring in a new Netflix episode of Narcos Mexico. Why is she appearing with a Mexican actor?
well, do you
Verás,
know why? Because the Mexican actor is very very pro life. He's very into pro life stuff. That's why he's
I
here.
don't know, Verástegui. I think I mentioned it to a couple of my friends from Mexico. Like, who the hell is this Verástegui guy? Because I've seen the name before, and I think he's come out on some types of either
Yeah,
no.
no, I think he's a cheeky cheeky bomb bomb, or is he not cheeky bomb bomb? Yeah, isn't it the little? Ah, I knew that the guy. Um, not cheeky cheeky bomb bomb. It's not that one. It's cheeky boom boom. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? I don't watch Mexican novelas, but I think this was one of them that was my little girl's favorite when she was a little baby.
I have no clue. Uh, and let me say, guys, before I start to get all the hate, more of the hate messages, I don't have anything against Mayra Flores. I can't stand a lot of her supporters out there who think that they can come on and start throwing crap my way and thinking that I'm not going to respond. I don't have anything against Mayra Flores. I think she's inaccessible. I've said it, and I'm going to continue to say it until she becomes accessible to the people. It's just that simple.
Well, you have a different way of accessibility for people. You do a podcast and you have your Facebook. She is going out block walking door to door. She is doing events. She's done numerous events throughout the district. That's a different way of being accessible as opposed to being on your show. It is what it is. Um, I, I will say because I feel strongly about this. is that the Democrats don't have, and I know you don't want to talk about Republican Democrat stuff, but it is what it is. The Democrats are very united behind Dan Sanchez. You have pictures of Silvia Garza Perez. You even have with Luis Villarreal and Judge Eddie Trevino. Remember, Judge Eddie Trevino ran against Dan Sanchez. Dan Sanchez is using the same guy that's going to be doing Judge Casco's campaign, you know, and he took a picture with him. He's supportive of him. What I'm disappointed and is that I don't see that same type of rah rah behind Myra. None of the Republican nominees are on the ballot on June 14th. And now
Well,
you want to say that I've been bought or supposed or
no,
whatever. I'm
but
not.
that's her fault.
Is it really her fault?
Yeah, it is her fault because again, Roman. And I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to get trip out on the whole deal.
Mm,
Judge Cascos is probably the most uh, high level in regards to local politics that
mm,
we have going on here locally, Roman. And again, I'm going to say this again for a lot of the folks out there. You know, Washington is way too so far away, and yes, they instill policies that affect all of us in every which way or form, but more directly, we've got the positions here locally that are going to affect this area. And let me tell you, I'm right there close to Judge Cascos in regards to the position that I'm running for, because
mm,
it's directly going to affect Cameron County as a whole.
mm,
So is Vay out there in the Harlingen area, you know, and I like Vay, you know, and I've actually reached out to Vay in regards to saying, hey man, whenever you need anything in regards to someone helping you out in that area, I mean, I'll go out there and help out because that's what you're supposed to do. Because I like the guy.
mm,
I don't like Gus Reese. I think he's a piece of crap. I think he's a piece of crap, and I think he's been detrimental to Cameron County. The same
mm,
way that I know for a fact that Judge Eddie Trevino and Joey Lopez have been detrimental to our community. They're pieces of crap. So I truly believe if for that individual that is going to be seeking office at that level, reach out to the candidates that are going to be more in tune, touching base with the people here. Because I'm sorry, Roman, and again, nothing against the Republican leadership here locally, but they don't even have that direct contact with the community as a whole. And look, and again, maybe the Republican leadership here, they want to cater to the Republican base, the Republican people, and that's great. My point is, we don't need solely the Republicans to win these races. We desperately need the Democrats as well. And I think Judge Cascos has done an amazing job in regards to trying to connect to a lot of the Democrat voters out there. That's
yes,
what we need.
I
And
don't disagree with you.
we cannot alienate all these folks, Roman. We
I don't
cannot
disagree
alienate
with you.
we cannot alienate the Democrats. But when you come out on a platform that's just based on political partisan, I think you're missing an opportunity. And I'm sorry, Roman. And again, I've met this lady one time, and it was a very like a handshake type of situation. Hey, hi, Mayra Flores. I go like, yeah, and I said, oh, I'm Erasmo. She goes, I know who you are. I go like, well, that's great. Why haven't you reached out before? Because she stated that. I know who you are. That's awesome. Well, you haven't reached out. And you know
I,
what? We, Cascos, myself, we are more in tune with the people here locally than anybody other.
no, I look. I don't disagree with you in terms of she should be able to reach out to you. I don't disagree with you on that. I think that there should be relationship. However, last night, and I know we have our disagreements, and it is what it is. I mean, you were both thick-headed, and but we're still friends regardless. I don't see why you needed to alienate as many GOP voters. And I'm not gonna
Because
lie, my phone blew freaking up
because
last
that
night.
chick Fonseca came out and
Well,
started calling me
I
out.
know her. I know
Oh,
her
screw
because
her. And again, it's not
no,
the whole
don't screw
country.
her.
Oh,
She's
screw
one of
her.
our no.
I don't
She
care.
no.
I don't care. If you don't come out, look, Roman. If you and I have, if
Mm,
I'm in that type of leadership position out there, and
mm,
she is, but she comes out here and calls me out in public.
mm.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm trying to reach out to that lady. To what's her name? I reached out her to through you because you have contact with these people
I
because
know.
you are in that Republican leadership, and then for that chick to come out and start throwing crap my way, screw her.
I don't know. I'm look. I know Christina. That's Christina. You need to meet her. She's actually a really good go getter. You'll like her. You need her. Don't worry
I,
about it. I mean, if I
I
have to bring you two
love
together, I will.
I'd
You know,
love to, Roman.
I
I'd love to.
will. And
But
that's
don't.
my
But
that's my job of
but I
bringing
do.
people together.
I've told you the same thing I've told this whole community. You hit me, I will hit you back 10
I
times harder. I'm not going to take crap from anyone, much as someone I don't even know. She comes out. I wasn't bashing her. I didn't even know who the hell she was. I mean, the name sounds familiar because of Judge Fonseca. Don't even know if there's a relationship
no,
there.
there isn't a
Well,
relationship between two of them.
yeah, I mean, that's the only reason why I recognize the name. I
Uh,
don't know who the girl is. But you come out here and start throwing like, I would never go out there and talk to you. And we're like, well, I'm a damn voter. You better believe she needs to come talk to me
I
because
don't
I'm not.
disagree with you on that.
It's not because Erasmo Castro is Erasmo Castro in this community, or it's not because Erasmo Castro is actually running for a position that might help her out, but because I'm a voter and she's
The,
not going to reach out to me.
well, the thing is that my concern is, as your friend and who somebody would like to see you get elected, you need every single Republican voter to go after you. Remember, you ran against Daddy's little rich girl and got your butt beat. Okay, and I mean, you did. So, how many of those people are going to come out and vote for you? You're alienating Republican voters by doing what you're doing. You're alienating potential, and you don't need to do that.
Let me say, since you mentioned the butt kicking, let me tell you guys. I mean, I'm sticking to my guns. There was voter fraud, and I could prove that there was voter fraud. There's absolutely no way that those numbers were correct. Our polling, our call, those phone calls that you make to people and stuff, all those said a different story. The
Mhm.
numbers do not make sense. They didn't make sense. And you know how I can prove that? Because the chair of the Democratic Party at the state level
Mhm.
has publicly stated that there was voter fraud during that
But there
election.
was, and he proved it. He didn't
And
just say it; he proved it
he
in a
proved
court
it.
of law.
I mean,
He
he
did.
sounded more like Trump than any candidate out there running in the Republican Party here
Mhm.
locally. He went out there and said there's voter fraud in Cameron County. So, in regards to the butt kicking that I see, again, I'm going to stick to it. I
That's
do
fair.
not believe that. I do not believe that the numbers were correct in
Mm.
no way, shape, or form. I
Look, when I
truly
ran
believe that the
in
numbers were
20,
fudged.
yeah, and when I ran in 2011, um, my pollster did polling. I was winning 55-45 in that election. That is what our polling said. I was going to beat Rick. I was at 55 and he was at 45 in our polling, legit polling. I lost 55-45. It was completely flipped.
Because again,
You know,
and I
I'm not
believe
like voter fraud. I'm just,
uh, I believe you. No, there
yeah.
is voter fraud here. It's a constant. It's something that we need to attack. And that's why I've always started every race with telling individuals we need to make sure that we enter a race feeling that we are 500 votes in the red automatically,
Yeah.
because I truly believe that at least at a minimum, the corrupt political machine here that is run by the Democrats, the corrupt political machine here harvests votes, switches votes, changes votes. It's a mess. They've uh, put in votes that shouldn't be in there. They do voter harvesting like a crazy man out there. So I don't. I mean, again, I didn't take it as a, oh my gosh. It is indicative of what the community is saying in regards to Erasmo Castro. Just saying it's evidence that we need change desperately at all levels of government. That's why I'm so hopeful in regards to the Republican candidates that are that have set themselves up for this election. I'm hopeful, but I'm not going to tolerate crap from anyone. I don't care if they're red, blue, purple, or whatever the libertarian color is, blue and yellow or something. I don't even know.
I think it is blue and yellow. I think you're right. Um,
Never heard of Sanchez before. You had him on your show. Uh, yeah, Dan Sanchez is again. Roman was the one that mentioned he was a JP, and then was when county commissioner. I met him when he was a Cameron County commissioner.
yeah, and he's in Western Cameron County predominantly. That was just why we may not have ever heard of him, Richard.
The city is spraying for mosquitoes. Yes, actually,
I had to kill one, like tons of them the last few days. It's been
horrible,
horrible, horrible. I
horrible.
killed one last night. It came in, and my house was pretty sealed and stuff, and like 4 o'clock in the morning, I had to kill one.
It's
Nasty
horrible.
birds, horrible.
It's horrible. It's horrible. And let me tell you, the spraying. I actually saw someone spraying early in the morning, which I guess is okay. I don't know if it's the best time to be out there spraying, but
Mhm.
I'm glad they're doing something.
I wonder if they have mosquitoes in Adams County in Colorado. I wonder.
Is Mayra accessible to the PAN party of the state of Tamaulipas, Mexico? and to Televisa, who has access to her in Mexico?
I don't even know what's that supposed to mean. Like, are you saying that she's just Mexican or something? Because apparently Dan Sanchez last night, and it kind of really perturbed me. He's like, "Well, she claims to be from Mexico. Like, do you have proof otherwise, Dan, that she wasn't born in Mexico?" I'm like, "Come on." Like, I don't understand why she has to use the word claims to be born in Mexico.
Well, I think it's just because it's all over the place in regards to
Wow.
her science, her commercials, and everything else, which is okay. It's valid. I think one of the things that, again, it's a smart move. I think one of the things that she's trying to make very clear that she is like most of us here in the valley or in this area or in this district. We do come from individuals that a lot of us, most of us, come from individuals that come from Mexico.
Last night you were saying you were concerned. You didn't understand the China Chente thing.
I don't know
Um,
what that is.
okay, Vicente Gonzalez. People call him Chente, right? Because Vicente, that's
Chete con la
him.
gente. That guy.
That guy, Vicente Gonzalez, who's
Oh,
running against Myra in November. He has some issues that came up with Bank in China and things like that. You Google it. Google China and Vicente Gonzalez, and you'll find out what I was talking about. But that's the reference to it. And it wasn't me claiming, or I wasn't my fake account or whatever, because I don't have a fake account. That's what it is. That's that way because you were wondering like what was
gente con
that
la
about?
gente in China. Yeah, but you see, let me say, I've never heard of it, and if I've never heard of it, I'm going to probably guess that 95% of people
Because he's not our congressman. He's been a congressman over in
he's,
McAllen for the
he's
last
running,
number of years. He's not
but
from
he's
here.
running for our office here.
Well, I know that, but I mean, if you didn't know that, that's why we didn't know that because
At
you're
least
Bronzo.
should have what? Yeah, 100%. Los plus 500 votes. Yeah, at least. Erasmo for emperor, right? Haven't heard them over here in the county area.
The
Anyway,
mosquito plane.
no, I'm talking about the candidates probably.
Mm,
I'm
maybe
thinking. Good morning, Anelda. Good morning. Anelda should be filing for school board right about now.
for real.
She should be.
Wow, who is she going to run against?
She should run against Drew Brown.
She should or she is.
She should.
She should.
100%.
Cool.
Let me tell you, that's one campaign I'd follow like a crazy man. Yes, mosquito spraying. Oh, uh, yeah,
Hey,
I think it's the city of Brownsville that's out there mosquito spraying in the city.
I'm not gonna start the rumor, but maybe that's why our city manager left. He just could not handle the scheduling. It was too difficult for him. Maybe I don't know the mosquito spraying.
I'm gonna miss him.
I'm not. I've only actually been in the same room with him once since he's been city manager, and he looked like us. It was at Rick Longoria's mom's funeral. May
He's
she
a
rest in peace.
he's a
And
good
he acted, he reeked of smugness, and
he's,
I don't like that.
he's a good looking guy. A good looking guy, good looking tall guy. Tall, dark, and handsome.
I don't know about that.
He is. He's a
I
good
don't know
looking
about
guy. And he's tall. And he's well spoken. He could speak, unlike a lot of people out there.
that.
He could actually go out there and hold a conversation. I've talked to him several times, and can actually hold a conversation. He's an intelligent guy, smart guy.
Now that he's leaving, you're complimenting him.
No, I mean, I think he did a horrible job.
Wow, but he was a smart guy though.
But he was,
But he was horrible. But he was
hey,
smart.
but no,
I think that, but she's nice.
if you're able, to bleed a city for $25,000 raise in the middle of a pandemic, you got to be a kind of smart individual.
No, I'm not saying that he's fail or anything. I'm just saying it's like that line. And who does it? George Lopez. Está feita, but she's nice.
Any
You know.
truth that Maggie quit and got a better job at a used bookstore in Olmedo? No, it's not true.
There's a
Actually,
used bookstore in Olmito.
yeah, that's a
We don't have a bookstore in Brownsville, but Olmito has a used bookstore.
that wouldn't surprise me. Uh, I had a small, quick conversation with Maggie yesterday online. Uh, Maggie says that she's still willing to come on, so we'll see what happens. Well, I'm hoping. And
You okay? So she retires from because today would be her last day, right? Because staff still has to go today. So she's retiring from BISD and doesn't want to come on the show now. That's what the
no,
hell, man? Come
I
on,
don't think
Mags.
no, I'm not putting words in anyone's mouth. I don't
Okay.
think she doesn't want to come on the show. I think it's uh, maybe there's just a lot of stuff going on, and
Mm,
it may not be as important to folks
I
as
understand.
I'd I'd hope it'd be as important,
Yeah.
because what is done here changes the world. What starts here changes the world.
This is not the University of Texas at Austin.
I'm going to coin that phrase and trademark that phrase. And
You
so
can't.
I
That's the
started
University of
first. Okay.
Texas at
No,
Austin.
they used it. I used it first.
I'm
Started working her campaign 2 years ago. At that point, she started to appear on Talk Show Central Star. She does stay rather busy.
She wasn't okay, right. It wasn't 2 years ago. It was like a year and like 3 months, but not 2 years ago.
Uh,
Sorry. 2 years ago would be 2020, right?
I'd
Yeah.
never met her until I saw her at that little convention that I was at with my dentist.
Okay.
Where's
I
the
mean,
bookstore in Brownsville? Y'all mentioned there isn't one.
it was a joke.
We have no bookstore
We
in
have no
Brownsville.
bookstore. Maybe we have bookstore. Maybe Maggie should start a bookstore. She has so many books.
We're in the middle of Gundemic. Let's keep our schools safe. Keep everyone at home. Gundemic. That's actually a cool word. The Gundemic.
I
Let me say, I'm excited to see what ideas a lot of the candidates have in regards to keeping our schools safe. It's going to be interesting, guys. But mostly, in regards to the safety of our kids at school, it has to be done at a local level. I don't think Washington should dictate what our local schools should do to keep themselves and our students safe. I don't think that the state should dictate what is needed. And part of the things that I think that Governor Abbott is trying to encourage TEA to do is to have these mandates set out at the state level. I don't think that's personally. I don't think that's going to work. I think we need our school boards who are more in tune with the school, their areas, their demographics, their geography. I think those individuals need to get off their ass and start
Do you really trust the school boards to do that?
hell,
I mean,
not at all. Not at all. Because they don't get off their ass and their butts. But they don't get off their butt to go do their work. They
mm,
need to be hands on, boots to the ground, and go see what the issues are.
mm,
And that's what's matter. But guys, if you think that our school board has done a crappy job, guess what? In November, you'll have that opportunity.
mm,
You'll have the opportunity to affect that change. Hopefully, Nelda gets off her buttocks and goes out there and files for school board.
mm.
So should Maggie. Sunday at 8 p.m., Vangela and I are doing a safety in school shows. Who's Vangela?
Probably just a nobody that's on Ray's show.
Good luck with getting ideas from the candidates come up with based on posts from community members. The main problem is behavior management administration doesn't like. That is why Nelda should be starting to campaign for school board.
I'm just playing Ray, by the way. I'm just playing with you.
He's not.
Yeah,
He's not.
yeah.
He's not right. Guys, have a great day. I have some work to do at 10 o'clock this morning, so I'm going to
Ooh,
end it quickly. As that tonight should have a regular show. As that I'm not going anywhere this weekend.
really?
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here
Wow.
in Brownsville, Texas. I actually have to preach on Sunday, so it'll be interesting. Uh, but on Tuesday, I will be in Monterrey. Tuesday, and should be back Wednesday before church service.
Yay.
Have a great day, Roman.
You too, man. I'll see you later.
Guys, have a great day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. Still believe in all that crap? I do not. One last comment. I do have 3 to 5 shows a week. Unlike Roman, that's what you're trying to say?
I'm cutting down on my stuff, dude. 3 to 5 shows, and you're still doing it for free, dude? With a free show? I don't even know how you're able to do that.
I get paid.
No, but Ray, on the other
Oh,
hand. I
yeah.
mean, if you're doing the free, if you're doing 5 shows a week and you're doing an hour, you're not gonna be able to do it.
I'm actually banking that. Let me tell you guys. And so I appreciate y'all continuing to like that damn page. Continue to share my Erasmo Castro candidate page. I'm banking and I'm happy. Guys, see you tonight, 9 p.m. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.